Well, welcome back. Today, can you hear that? It's running. Got a little bit of a belt whine, but she's just purring like a kitten. Just purring like a kitten. This is my brand new to me 2003 Chrysler PT Cruiser GT with a 2.4 turbo motor, which is why I bought this car. And not only does it have a turbo, it's got one of those manual transmissions in it. This is actually genuinely a reasonably rare car. Now, don't get it twisted. Rare does not mean valuable, but it gives me what I need, because I need that engine and that transmission for another project that I've got sitting around, not getting worked on for years. However, I want to get this car running and driving, turning and stopping and doing what it needs to do in this chassis before I swap it out into the next chassis, because I want to do all my troubleshooting in this one, so I don't have any weird codes that happen just specifically during the swap, if that makes any sense. Anybody that's done any kind of an engine swap thing before, it's a great idea to get the thing running correctly in the chassis it's supposed to be in before you start moving wiring harnesses and sensors, and it can get wonky. Anyway, the key is a little bit, we'll call it sensitive, but it did fire up and start for me. It's not super happy about it at one point, but it seems to be just fine right now. I had it sitting back here idling for just a couple of minutes. You see the temperature seems like it's good, which means yay, we probably don't have a blown head gasket. It is straight piped, so there's no, muffler tip or anything back here. And it is a wee bit loud. Give her a stabby stab here. And it does do the pop pop. Crackle tune. As far as I know, this thing has not been tuned. It is just running on an extremely stiff wastegate spring, which means it should boost somewhere around 18 pounds of boost, which is a lot, especially on factory injectors and a factory ECU. Got this handy dandy boost gauge right here. Don't have a boost controller, but I got a boost gauge, so I can at least see, at what level it's going to blow up, which is good. Seems to be pulling plenty of vacuum, which is good. But I have a check engine light on, and I want to see what that's all about. And that's where we're going to start. 141,595 miles. So technically, this is a low mileage car. This is a 21-year-old car. One of the reasons I decided to buy a PT Cruiser GT, by the way, instead of an SRT4, which is essentially the exact same car, is the fact that it's going to be low mileage. And typically speaking, the person that bought a PT Cruiser was an old fart. Young people didn't usually buy these. Versus the SRT4 Neons were typically bought by a young racer boy type people that wanted to go out and do a little bit of shenaniganry. And usually they're on their second or third motor, third or fourth transmission. They've been beat to hell and back. They're on 300,000 miles. They're rusted to pieces. Whereas a PT Cruiser GT is considerably more sneaky, under the radar, better value for the money. So that's why I've got this. Anyway, got this snap-on scanner, and we're going to see what we can figure out as far as what that check engine light is. Any guesses? I'm going for overboost, lean condition, probably an O2 issue. Let's plug in and see what's going on. It's got power outlets and a cigarette outlet. Traction control off light, that's exciting. Wonder if that works. It does. I'll be darned. I wonder if the air conditioning works in this thing. How crazy would that be? AC. I didn't hear the engine slow down. Let's put it on. Blend door works. didn't hear the engine slow down. I'm guessing my AC doesn't work. That's okay. That's not good. Oil pressure sensor low. That's not a good one to see. MKP sensor circuit. I don't know what that one is. Invalid skim key. That's going to be my issue with the key. Catalyst efficiency code. Inlet air pressure sensor circuit range. Timing misalignment. Yeah. Okay. So we got some codes. So let's start with clearing the codes. Resume. Clear codes. Turn the AC off. DTCs are erased. Now, I'm not doing this to try to hide anything. I just want to know what's exactly going on right now. Right? I want to be chasing down problems that are previous. Seems like it fires up just fine. Okay. Well, let's try gear. It does move under its own power. It's not happy. Clutch is definitely not in great shape. So, that at least gives us somewhere to start from. Did it kick anything? Nope, didn't kick any codes. Interesting. So, let's get this thing pulled in, put it on a rack, and get under it, and we can see just what we've got going on with this thing, because that's going to give us our first real honest understanding of what this car is and how bad it really is. So, let's see if I can drive it into the shop. That's going to be a big if. How's the drive?
I kind of want to see what it can do. like I really kind of want to see what it can do.
I don't trust the clutch.
I mean, it's weak for sure.
Yeah.
But it's better than the clutch was on the Vibe when I bought the Vibe. Like this thing will at least move a little bit. The Vibe took everything I had.
Did check engine lights come back on at all?
Not yet.
Nope. Okay. That's good. Still can't get in the driver's side rear.
Even.
Yeah, it doesn't do.
Yeah, no, it don't work from the inside either.
Oh, the door release on the inside doesn't work either?
Yeah.
Nope. Well, what we got back here? We got a look like a factory head unit back here.
Oh shit.
What else we got back here? She needs a bath. She needs some detailing. You know, the interior on this thing really is not terrible. It really isn't.
It could be brought back to life.
It could.
100% think it could be brought back to life. But right now, it does kind of scream like, get in, loser, we're doing butt stuff.
This is my good friend, Jimmy. He swung by to check out some stuff on his Vibe GT, and I roped him into doing some Chrysler PT Cruiser GT stuff also. That's hard for me to say, especially after having a Vibe GT.
Dude, just PT GT.
PT GT? Or the GT Cruiser?
Just PT GT.
PT GT, okay. Give her a rev, Jimmy. It does actually work. I want to hate this thing. I really want to hate this thing. The fact that it's a stick shift just makes it up something. If it wasn't a stick shift.
I mean, it has this plush leather interior.
Yeah,
and,
plushish, leatherish.
And heated seats.
It does have heated seats. It's the only vehicle I own that has functional heated seats. Also, probably the lowest mileage vehicle I own as well.
Yeah.
141,000.
But like most of your cars, it doesn't have functional air conditioning.
The Volkswagen does.
Yeah,
that's the only car that I have.
Volkswagen's the only one.
Also, I may or may not have tried to throw the fuel door or the fuel cap key in the cup holder and missed, and it bounced and slid and went into plastic, which I may never see again. It's in there.
Oh, just like straight up.
Yeah. Where it doesn't mate up there, it just went in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, there's some. I wonder if that's because he wanted to plumb his gauge. I bet you that's what this is. Bulk skew. I bet that's what that was.
Yeah, from 3 weeks ago, which is a little scary.
Yep. We're gonna do some detailing work.
We're cleaning up the dash already.
Jim is with me on the whole I hate this car thing. He is a firm hater of the PT Cruiser in any form. But I will be honest with you, as a stick shift turbo car, it is considerably less terrible.
I almost bought a PT GT.
No.
Almost bought it from CarMax in like 2008. I think it was like 2004, 2005. It was candy apple red.
Ooh.
Had the black leather, had the heated seats. I got a resounding no from the girl I was seeing at the time.
Because it's a grandpa car?
She's like, why do you want a PT Cruiser? I'm like, you don't understand.
Exactly.
It's a PT GT.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. The response from almost everybody is, huh? Do we want to go for a quick little run around the block?
Yes.
I want to at least put this thing on the rack real quick. Hold, please. This thing is moving under its own power, folks. It is moving under its own power.
This thing smells so rich.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, God. I'm high and flammable.
I hear a little bit of power steering whine.
Still got like 15% clutch left. You could do a 2500 with it, it'll be fine.
So, how bad is the experience going to be underneath this thing?
I mean, well, let's see.
Rotted subframe?
You saw Batman and Robin, right? Joel Schumacher one with George Clooney.
George Clooney, yeah.
And Chris O'Donnell. Fully rusted metal, Batman. That's what I'm.
That's what you're expecting? All right.
And I'm not wrong.
Let's start in the front.
It has one.
Control arms new. Both control arms are new. It's not horribly covered in oil, which I'm 100% shocked on. It does have a Fram filter, which is terrifying. Not a fan of Fram. around these parts. That's definitely not something good. Let's go back to the exhaust here, and I would be correct in the fact that it is just off the exhaust, turbine, just a straight pipe onto a very interesting option for a bend into a straight pipe where they just lopped the muffler off and hung it with some wire. Yeah, buddy. That's how you do it right there.
That's Mansfield style for you.
Dude, I hate to say this, but this is not that terrible of a car.
I mean, the body is rough, but the undercarriage is actually really clean.
Like, it's got rotted out rockers, for sure. But pinch welds look decent. This thing is a way better car than I expected this to be. It's a little rougher on this side. I'd say it was probably parked in some grass or something moisture-y.
Yes.
On this side.
That's something wet.
Dude, this is not terrible.
This is it. This is better than what I was expecting.
It's easier to throw them away when they're junk. This is a lot. Jeff, this is not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. This subframe is not rotted at all. Like, not at all.
No, this subframe looks better than the Vibe.
Oh, 100%. This is a way cleaner car than either of our Vibes.
Yeah. It's just a shame that the clean subframe is attached to a piece of shit.
Right. It's a shame that the clean subframe is a PT Cruiser. Oh, this thing is way cleaner than I expected it to be. Okay. For what I paid for this, 100% a score. 100%. Not a question.
Yeah.
Ideally, we drop this whole subframe out of this thing. Bang, bang, bang. Drop the subframe out. Separate the engine, transmission. Put a clutch and flywheel in it. Put it back together again. Make sure that it's good. And then see if we could figure out a way to put this subframe in whatever it is it's going to go in.
I feel like the wheelbase has to be close to lining up.
Yeah. We haven't talked about what's going in yet.
Right. That's why I'm neglecting to say what. But for this theoretical vehicle, I feel like the wheelbase is close.
All right. Let's check air pressures.
Okay.
And then I think we're going to take this on a quick little test drive. Horrible idea. All right. So brake-wise, they're actually not as bad as they look. They're just rusted, which if the thing hasn't moved in weeks and it's been sitting in grass, that's going to happen. Tires are wasted. There is not much of any tread left on these things. Obviously you can see there, this is definitely the worst rot on the entire car, and it's really just this rocker and this pinch weld, but it's not, for an Ohio car, truly terrible. Rear brakes are definitely gone. Rear tires are definitely gone. It's got a speed hole there, which is good. No wideband, so I have no idea what my O2s look like. Given it has absolutely no cat or muffling in it, I'm sure it's terrible. Yeah, rear brakes are totally shot. And another speed hole over here on the side.
Little curved rash in the rocker under the passenger there.
Yeah. God. I'm taking this car apart, Jim. We're taking this car apart and throwing it away.
We're taking the car. I'm wondering. I was thinking, is there a way to save the seats? Because it would be kind of neat in this project to do leather seats with heaters. But
Problem is, those seats are specific to that car.
And that's part of what makes that car unique.
Right.
So.
All right, we're gonna let this thing down. We're gonna go for a short, tiny little test drive just to see how it's gonna do. I'm not certain that I'm not gonna get stranded, but I'd rather get stranded during the middle of business hours so I can go get myself back here than doing this randomly on the weekend when I'm all by myself. Always do this with a friend, kids. That way I can blame it on Jim. Why did you do that? Jim made me.
Jim said he thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, Jim thought it was a good idea. You're driving.
Okay. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Vacuum tea there and some Mike's Hard Lemonade caps. Oh, you know, these seats are not terrible.
These seats really are not bad. The whole car is not bad.
Got power mirrors.
Yeah, everything works. I haven't tried the sunroof, but
yeah, the problem is if the sunroof doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't really want to leave it.
We're in the rainy season here in Ohio.
You mean any season that isn't the cold season?
Yes. How does the clutch feel in reverse?
I mean, it feels alright. Like there's not a lot left to it, but it's not like slippy.
How long is the throw? I've never driven one of these in a stick shift.
And it's been whatever 15 years since I've driven one in a stick shift, but the throw when I was just putzing around with it, like, feels good.
Oh, that's not terrible.
It's there.
Yeah, I'd say let's stay close to home for the first lap. Maybe like go down here and take a right immediately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we still got clutch. I mean, there's not a lot, but there's enough.
Nope.
No. There's not a lot left.
As soon as you get into boost, nope. So yeah, just stay out of boost and you have a little bit.
Just stay out of boost. It'll be okay.
He did say that the wastegate spring has been changed. I would say my alignment is slightly off.
I think the alignment might be a little off. Like, don't quote me on that.
I remember just moments ago saying I would probably like to check the alignment real quick.
Yeah. And we were like, oh, it's got new suspension parts. Well,
yeah, it was clearly never aligned after it was new suspension parted.
Maybe it's just to compensate for the torque steer.
Yes. Yeah, just steer right.
Right.
Over to correct for the torque steer.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is the idiot lights aren't on. There's not an oil pressure light on.
Yeah. No, all the lights are good.
It hasn't blown up yet.
It has not blown up yet.
It goes into the gears, which is interesting because I'm glad it didn't blow up a transmission.
Yeah, no, it likes all the gears.
Yeah. It can't hold boost.
Yeah.
No, it can't hold boost. Okay. Well, at least that we know that's the answer.
Yeah.
See if you can row through the gears for a second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, transmission feels good.
So, did I make a good decision?
How much did you say this thing was?
I don't want to say.
Okay. But well, there's something about it. I just kind of like it. I'm gonna try the roundabout.
Okay.
Back.
I mean, I do honestly like sleepers. I do like wagons. And I do like crappy cars that I bought for cheap.
Yeah.
All of those are things that check my boxes. It's a personal problem for me.
I mean, it checks the boxes of Austin level.
Yeah, see, but the problem is you're not even into boost.
Yeah.
As soon as you're in boost, it slips.
I mean, I'm sure from the outside it sounds horrible, but in here it actually doesn't sound bad.
I don't want to like this car.
It's like
I don't want to like this car.
it's like to the Bratmobile.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there's the clutch slip. Yeah, it just can't hold a boost.
Let's see how the synchros are.
Well,
If you keep it out of boost,
yeah.
it's good. And synchros feel really nice. I haven't used the clutch since first. Gimme approves.
So, next step, I guess, is order a clutch and flywheel.
Yeah.
Because it's a dual mass flywheel. So order clutch and flywheel. Align it. Well, we'll drop the subframe out probably to do the clutch and flywheel.
Yeah.
So need to order a clutch and flywheel for it. We'll put that together. Probably put a little bit better exhaust on it than what's on it. And then I can at least drive it for a few short days to sort anything else out. See if it's got any other issues.
Yeah.
Because it had an assortment of codes in it.
Get it sorted.
I think it makes a lot more sense to sort this thing out before we do a drivetrain swap than after and we put it in the car and we gotta chase ghosts.
It would be good to know and address any errors before
Yes.
you take on something of that magnitude.
Right.
Yes.
So, I think this was a good purchase. As stupid as this is to say, I think this was a good buy.
Yeah. I agree.
As much as I don't want to admit that about a PT Cruiser. But, all right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Welcome to Automotive Adventures with Austin, my own little corner of the YouTube internets. And this is Jim. You'll see more of him. Yeah, this is the PT Cruiser. It's not a build. It's not a project car by itself. It's a donor vehicle. But it's a pretty good little donor vehicle, I'll be honest.
I agree.
We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care.